Good morning everyone. Welcome to the final session of Polymer Clay Workshop. Today you're going to learn how to give movement to your characters through stop motion. This technique is called stop motion clay animation or simply claymation. In 1878, English-American photographer Edward Muybridge set up 12 cameras to capture the motion of a running horse. He also made a device called zoopraxiscope which projected these images in sequence. This stop-motion technique later paved the way for motion pictures. Lumiere brothers made the first motion picture in 1895 using a cinematograph which captured and projected 16 frames per second. 3 years after the Lumiere brothers film, first stop-motion film was born called The Humpty Dumpty Circus. It was made using dolls with jointed limbs. So let's move on to the step-by-step procedure of how to do claymation. You need a tripod or a camera stand where you can fix your camera in the same position. Your camera or your phone. A small stand made out of clay will be very handy, a book and a pen. There are a lot of different apps and software available online to do stop motion. In this particular workshop, we are using the app Stop Motion Studio. The procedure is simple. Position an object in front of your camera and then take a picture. Move the object slightly and then take another picture. Repeat this process until the object reaches its final location. In the final product, when the frames are played in sequence, they create the illusion of movement. Frame rate is one important aspect in stop motion. It determines how many frames are projected in 1 second. Here we are demonstrating different frame rates to show how to create an illusion of movement. .24 FPS is the standard frame rate we use for film and TV, but in stop motion we use a frame rate of up to 60 FPS. Higher frame rates are used to create highly realistic motion. There's an option to choose the frame rate for your project in the Stop Motion Studio app. Now we will try to animate a model we made in our previous session. Adding proper sound effects and music will make your panda look more realistic in its act. Making a storyboard before actually shooting is really important, as this would make the process easier for you. Here we are trying to create a scene where a man is taking a walk in the woods, and when he sees a snake, he gets frightened and runs back. When you're making the storyboard, you'll get an idea about what all models you need to make the set. We are making a simple set, so other than your two characters, you only need a few trees and a few bushes. You can also use models made of other materials and also some real objects in your set. Now comes the stop motion part. You can fix all your characters in its initial position and move them bit by bit in small increments while taking pictures. It is very important that your camera is firmly supported so it doesn't shake when you take each picture. If it's not, the end result will appear jumpy and lack continuity. Keep in mind that the more frames you capture, the smoother the results will appear in the final video. Move your character bit by bit, and if you want it to move very slowly, take more pictures in each position. The process requires a lot of patience. Your character might fall, you might disturb your camera position, you might disturb your set. Anything can happen. So don't give up, just keep at it. In the Stop Motion Studio app, you can actually go through the frames that were captured and at the same time check the continuity. Claymation technique is proof that even without high-end technology or visual effects, you can still create your own surrealistic world. That actually winds up our Polymer Clay Workshop. Thanks for being with us through all the 5 sessions. We hope you would try all these things at home and come up with your own claymation film. Do tag us when you post them. Stay home, stay safe, make art.